Welcome back to my channel Math School. In today's video, let us see chapter 1 arithmetic progression, revision, formulas and the multiple choice question, and also I'm going to solve the multiple choice questions for you guys. So watch the video till the end, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that bell button below to get the latest updates of my videos. So now quickly let us begin with the video. Chapter number 1, arithmetic progressions. So let us first see what is an arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. So for example, let us consider a list of numbers. So here each number is called as a term. Each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. Our first term is 1. How do we obtain 2? By adding a fixed number to 1. That is, when we add 1 to 1, we get number 2. Similarly, the next number is 3. How do we get number 3? By adding 1 to the previous number, we get number 3. Similarly, the next number is 4. So when we add 1 to this number 3, we get this number 4. Right? So here the fixed number which we are adding each time is the number 1. So therefore an arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. That is the number before, which is called as the preceding term. This is the arithmetic progression. Now, the first term of an AP is called A1, second term is A2, third term is A3 and so on. The last term is called as the nth term, or it is called as the last term, and the term before the last term is an minus 1. So this is how an AP is represented. So the general form of an AP is given as A, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on till the nth term. So here A is our first term and D is our common difference. When you add D to the first term, you get the second term. Similarly, when you add another D to the second term, we get the third term. So this is our first term, second term, third term, fourth term and so on, and this is our nth term an. So the major difference between all this term is the common difference D, which is common for all the terms. Now there are two kinds of arithmetic progressions. First one is the finite arithmetic progression. Example, here you can see that we have an AP and the nth term of AP is also given here. So such an arithmetic progression is called as a finite arithmetic progression. The second is our infinite arithmetic progression. In this case, the last term of the AP is not given. So in such cases where the last term of an AP is not given is called as an infinite arithmetic progression. Now this is the basics of the arithmetic progression which you have to know. Now let us learn the important formulas in the chapter arithmetic progression. So the first important formula is the nth term of an AP. So an nth term of an AP, an is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. This is a very important formula which you have to remember, where A is the first term of the AP and D is our common difference. So here if they ask you to find out the fifth term of an AP, then you will substitute the n value as equal to 5, where you will get the value A5. Now this is how you obtain the nth term of an AP when the first term A and D, the common difference, is given. When you want to find out nth term of an AP when last term is given, then you have to use this formula, that is an is equal to L minus n minus 1 into D. So when they have given you the first term, then you should use this formula, and when they have given you the last term, then you have to use this formula where L is your last term. The next important formula is sum of the first n terms of an AP. So when they give you an AP like 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus so on, and they ask you to find out the sum of the n terms of AP, such as 25 terms of an AP, then how do you find out? So for that we have a formula, that is the sum is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where again here a is our first term and d is a common difference and n is the sum of number of terms which you have to find out. So if they ask you to find out the sum of 25 terms, then n value will be equal to 25. So here you will substitute the value of n as equal to 25 given a and d. Now in some situation, if nth term of an AP is given and d is not given, right? If they only give you the nth term of an AP as 48 and they give you the first term a equal to 2 and the common difference d is not given, and they ask you to find out the sum of 25 terms, n is equal to 25. So what do we do in such cases? In such cases you have to use this formula, sum is equal to n by 2 into a plus l, where l is nothing but the last term or the nth term. And also there is another formula where nth term of an AP is given as difference between the sum of n terms and sum of n minus 1 terms. Okay, so this formula also can be used to find out the nth term of an AP an. And in some cases they will ask you to find out the sum of the first n positive integers given the last term l, that is the nth term. So they will give you the nth term or the last term and they will ask you to find out the sum of the first 22 positive integers. Then here you can substitute the value in this formula and find out the sum easily. So these are some of the important formulas that you should know in the chapter arithmetic progression. So using these formulas, I'll be solving certain multiple choice questions for you guys. So please try to note down these set of formulas. So today in this video, I'll be solving around 25 MCQs for you guys, or the multiple choice questions. So before solving these questions, I suggest you guys to go through the videos which I've made for the chapter 1 arithmetic progressions, so that you will be able to know how to solve the problems in arithmetic progressions and you will understand better. The link related to chapter 1 arithmetic progressions are given in the description box below, or you can click the I button above. So now let us begin solving these MCQs. Our first question is, if the nth term of an arithmetic progression an is equal to 3n minus 2, then the ninth term. So here they have given us the value of an and they are asking us to find out the ninth term. So this is very easy, since they have given us an is equal to 3n minus 2, and since we have to find out the ninth term, so our n value will be equal to 9. So substituting a9 is equal to 3 into 9 minus 2, that is 9 3s are 27 minus 2, or a9 will be equal to 27 minus 2 will be 25. So from the given option, option D will be our correct answer. Now coming to our next question, if the nth term of an arithmetic progression is 5n plus 3, then the third term of the arithmetic progression. So again, this is very much similar to our previous question which we solved. They are telling us that the nth term of an AP, so nth term is represented by an, is equal to 5n plus 3. In our previous question, here they had given us directly this equation, that is an is equal to 3n minus 2, where you substitute the n value as equal to 9. But here in this question they have not given you the direct equation, but you have to write down this equation and then substitute the n value, right? So here they are asking us to find out the third term. So n value will be equal to 3. So our a3 or the third term will be 5 into 3 plus 3. Right, so 5 3s are 15 plus 3 will be equal to 18. So our third term is 18. So the correct option is option B. Don't get confused with the questions. Always read the question properly and answer it. Our next question is, in an arithmetic progression, if an is equal to 2n plus 1, then the common difference of the given progression is. So here they have given us the nth term, an is equal to 2n plus 1. And now we have to find out the common difference D, right? So using this nth term formula, you can find out the terms, that is a1, a2, a3, right? So let us find out the first term a1 by substituting n equal to 1. So 2 into 1 plus 1, so that will 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Similarly, a2 will be 2 into 2 plus 1. So 2 into 2 is 4 plus 1 equal to 5, and a third term will be 2 into 3 plus 1. So here 3 into 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Right, so we got the terms 3, 5 and 7. Now common difference D is given by a2 minus a1. Right, this is how we obtain the common difference between the two terms, that is the second term minus the first term. So here our a2 value is 5 minus the first term is 3. So we get 5 minus 3 as equal to 2. Similarly, now let us check the common difference between the second and third term. Right, so common difference should be same between all the terms, only then the answer will be correct. So we will check the common difference between our second term and the third term. So that will be a3 minus a2. So always remember, we have to take the larger term first and then we have to subtract with the lower term. So here we are subtracting a3 minus a2, which is 7 minus 5, which is equal to 2 again. So therefore the common difference is same here. Therefore our correct answer is option number C. Now fourth question is, if the nth term of an AP an is equal to 24 minus 3n, then its second term is. So again this question is very much similar to our first and second question. So here I want you to solve this question. I'll give you the correct answer. Try to obtain this correct answer. The correct answer is option 4, 18. The second term of an AP is 18. Now coming to our next question. So the next question is question number 5. Sum of all the first n terms of even natural numbers. So first of all, let us write down what are the even natural numbers. So natural numbers are all the numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the numbers starting with 1 are called as the natural numbers. Now out of these natural numbers, we have to only take the even natural numbers, right? We have to calculate the sum of the first n terms of even natural numbers. So let us take the sum of the only even numbers, that is 2, 4, 6 and so on. So that will be 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus so on. So we have to calculate the sum for n terms. So our last term will be n. So here how do we find out the sum? So this question is similar to the sum of first n positive integers. Instead of even integers, here even natural numbers is given. So same formula we can use here, which I had given you previously to find out the sum of first n positive integers, that is n into n plus l divided by 2. Here our last term is equal to n, so we will take L as equal to n and we will substitute here. So this will be n into n plus L divided by 2, right? So n, here n plus n will be 2n, so into 2n divided by 2. So multiplying again, n into 2n will be 2n square divided by 2, cancelling 2 and 2, we'll get the sum of first n terms of even natural number as equal to n square. So our correct option is option C. So here remembering the formula is very much important. So using this formula you will find out this value. Now coming to our next question, that is question number 6. If n terms of a sequence is n by n plus 1, then the second term of the sequence is. So here they have given us the nth term, that is an. They have given us the an value as equal to n by n plus 1. And now they are asking us to find out the second term. So we have to find out the second term by substituting the n value as equal to 2. Since we have to find out the second term, here we will substitute the n value as equal to 2. So therefore we will get the second term. a2 is equal to, substitute n is equal to 2. 2 divided by 2 plus 1. So that is 2 divided by 2 plus 1 is 3. So a2 value will be equal to 2 by 3. Right? It is very simple. You have to just substitute the value of n as equal to 2. So therefore the correct option is option B, 2 by 3. The seventh question is, the 11th term of an AP is given by -5, -5 by 2, 0, 5 by 2 is. So in this AP we have to find out the 11th term. So what is the formula to find out any term? That is given by the nth term formula, or an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now here they're asking us to find out the 11th term. So n value will be equal to 11. Our a value will be the first term of the AP, where a is equal to minus 5 and d is the common difference between the terms. So we have to find out the d value. Now here they have given us that it is an AP. So whenever they give us that a given list of numbers is an AP, then the common difference will be same between all the terms. So therefore we can find out the common difference by using any two terms. So here let us take a2 minus a1. Here a2 value is minus 5 by 2, minus of a1 is minus 5, so it will become plus 5. So here let us take the LCM as 2, so this will be minus 5. So 5 into 2 is plus 10, or d will be equal to minus 5 plus 10 will be plus 5 by 2, right? So using this a and d value, we will find out the 11th term. So let us substitute here. So n value is 11. So a11 is equal to a is minus 5 plus n is 11 minus 1 and d is 5 by 2, right? So this is equal to minus 5 plus 11 minus 1 is 10. So 10 into 5 by 2. So 2 1 times 2, 5 times. So this will be minus 5 plus 5 into 5 is 25. So here we have to subtract the greater number sign. So 25 minus 5 is 20. So it is plus 20. That is the 11th term, right? So the correct answer is option A. That is the 11th term is equal to 20 in the given AP, right? So this is a direct question. So we should solve this problem using this nth term formula. Now coming to our next question, that is question number 8. The n minus 1 term of an AP is given by 7, 12, 17 to 22 is. So previously they had asked us to find out the 11th term. Now they're asking us to find out the n minus 1th term in the given AP, right? So again we will use the same nth term formula, which is given as an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now since they're asking us the n minus 1 term, we will substitute the n value as equal to n minus 1. And what is our a value? It is the first term of the given AP. So your first term is 7, so a value will be 7, and common difference will be, let us take here as a2 minus a1. Always you take the common difference between the two terms by taking the first term minus the second term. The higher term should be written first. So therefore 12 minus 7 is d equal to 5. So let us substitute this value here. N is equal to n minus 5. So n minus 5 is equal to a value is 7 plus. So here we have to substitute the n value as equal to n minus 1. So n minus 1. Then again we have a minus 1 into d is 5. So be very careful with the brackets here. So a n minus 1 is equal to 7 plus n. What is minus 1 and minus 1? We can add with a minus sign. So 1 plus 1 is 2. It is minus 2 into 5 or 7 plus 5 into n is 5n minus 5 2s are 10. an minus 1 will be 5n. Then minus 10 and plus 7 we have, so we can subtract with a minus 7. So it will be minus 3. So the n minus 1 term of a given AP is 5n minus 3. So our correct option is option D. So here be very careful with the signs, because we have another option as 5n plus 3. So if you go wrong with the signs, then you will select this answer, which will be wrong. So you have to be very careful with the signs when you solve the problems. Now our ninth question is, if second term of an AP is 13 and fifth term is 25, what is the seventh term? So whenever you have these kind of questions, have given us that the second term is equal to 13 and the fifth term is equal to 25, and we have to find out the seventh term. So in such cases, when they ask for a 3-mark or a 4-mark problem, then we will use the formula of nth term formula and find out the result. Here the formula is a plus n minus 1 into d. they have given us second term value as 13. So 13 equal to, and we will substitute n equal to 2 in this equation. So we will get a plus 2 minus 1 is 1d. Similarly, the fifth term is given as 25. Now let us substitute n equal to 5 in this equation. So you get a plus 5 minus 1 is 4d. So here, by using the nth term formula, we obtain two equations, 1 and 2. Now we will solve these equations and find out a and d value, and then we will find out the seventh term again using this formula. So this is the lengthy process. So you will solve this problem by this method when there is a 4 mark or a 5 mark question, but here we have an MCQ or a 1 mark question. So the simplest method to solve this kind of problem is, so here they have given us the fifth term and second term. So let us subtract these two terms and take a5 minus a2, take the higher term minus the lower term, which is equal to 25 minus 30. So what is 5 minus 2? It is 3. So write it as 3d. Why are we writing it as 3d? Because a5 is a plus 4d minus of a2, which will be a plus 1d. So a will get cancelled. So 4 minus 1 will be 3d. So here I have written it and in shortcut form, equal to 25 minus 13 is 12. So d will be equal to 12 divided by 3. 3 1 times 3, 4 times. So we got d value as equal to 4. Now we know the fifth term is 25. So when you add the common difference to this, we will get the sixth term. So a6 will be 25 plus 4, which will be equal to 29. Similarly, what will be a7? When you add 4 to the sixth term, that is 29 plus 4, we will get the seventh term, which is equal to 33. So here the answer, the seventh term is equal to 30. So whenever they have given two terms of an AP and they are asking the third term, this is the shortcut method to solve the problem. Now coming to the 10th problem, where they have given us in an AP, if a is equal to 3, d equal to 0 and n is equal to 101, then an will be. So here directly we can use the formula of the nth term, where an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have to find out an. An is equal to, what is the a value? It is 3 plus n is 101 minus 1 into d is 0. So an will be how much? 3 plus, what is 0 into something? It will be 0. Therefore an will be equal to 3. So the correct option is option C. So this is the direct question where you're using the formula and substituting the values. Next question is question number 11. If 7 times the 7th term of an AP is equal to 11 times its 11th term, then the 18th term will be. So again, if this question was asked for 3 to 4 marks, then we will use the formulas and find out the result. But here, since this is an MCQ or a 1 mark question, we will use the shortcut method again. They have given us the 7th term and 11th term. So when you add 7 plus 11, you will get 18. So we have to find out the 18th term here, right? So whenever such kind of questions occur, directly you can write the answer as 0. Similarly, I can give you another example. When they ask you 5 times the 5th term is equal to 10 times the 10th term, find the 15th term, they will ask you. So again here you can see that 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. So the 15th term answer will be equal to 0, right? So this is the shortcut method. Whenever such kind of questions come, you have to write the result 0. Just check the addition of the given two terms must be equal to the term which they are asking you to find out. Similarly, the 12th question is the 21st term of an AP whose first two terms are minus 3 and 4. So here we have to find out the 21st term where the first two terms of our AP are minus 3 and 4. So we will use here the nth term formula, which is given by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So here n value will be 21 since we have to find out the 21st term. Then what will be our a value? A value is the first term of the AP. So here they have given us the first two terms, that is a1 and a2 they have given. A will be equal to our first term, that is a value will be minus 3. and what will be a D value. So D can be obtained by taking the difference between any two terms, right? So D can be written as A2 minus A1. Here A2 is 4 minus A1 is minus 3. So minus and minus will become plus. So D value will be equal to 4 plus 3 is 7. So we also got the D value. So let us simply substitute in the nth term formula and find out the 21st term. So A, n value is 21 equal to A is minus 3 plus n is again 21 minus 1 into D is 7. So this will be minus 3 plus, what is 21 minus 1? It is 20 into 7. So this will be minus 3 plus 7 2s are 14. So it is 140, or A21 is equal to what is minus 3 plus 140? We have to subtract the greater number sign. So 140 minus 3 is 137. So the correct answer is option B, which is 137. Right? Again, it is a direct question where you have to use the formula and substitute the values to find out the result. Now a 13th problem is the sum of first 16 terms of AP. Okay, so they have given us an AP and we have to find out the sum of first 16 terms. So what is the formula to find out the sum? Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Right? This is the formula to find out the sum. You have to remember these formula. It is very much important to remember the formulas, right? So they're asking us to find out the sum of 16 terms. So here our n value will be equal to 16, and from the given AP we can find out A and D value. So A value is the first term of the AP, which is 10, and D value can be found out by taking the difference between any two given terms, right? So let us take the first two terms. So 6 minus 10. So 6 minus 10 will be equal to minus 4, because 10 is the greater number. We are taking the sign of number 10. So D is minus 4. So let us substitute in the formula. So Sn is equal to 16. So 16 by 2 into A is 10 plus n is 16 minus 1 into D is minus 4. Right? So cancelling to 1 times 2. 8 times 16, so this will be 8 into 2 into 10 is 20 plus, what is 16 minus 1? It is 15 into minus 4. So again this will be 8, 20, so plus into minus will be minus, so 15 into 4 will be how much? 5 4s are 20, 4 1s are 4, plus 2 is 60. Right? So this will be 80 into, here we have a plus 20 and minus 60, so we will subtract with a greater number sign. So 60 minus 20 is 40, so this will be minus 40, or the answer is plus into minus is minus, 4 8s are 32, or the answer is minus 320. Sum of the first 16 term is minus 320. Correct answer is option A. So again you have to be very much careful with the signs, because in the options you can see there is plus 320 also. So if you go wrong in the signs, you might select wrong option, right? So coming to the next question, the first 4 terms of an AP whose first term is minus 2 and common difference is minus 2. So we have to find out the first 4 terms of an AP whose first term, that is A, is given as minus 2 and common difference, that is D, is minus 2. Right? What is the general form of an AP? The general form of an AP is given as A, comma A plus D, comma A plus 2D, comma A plus 3D. Since we have to find out the first 4 terms, I am writing the general formula for first 4 terms. So our first term is equal to A. So here the A value is minus 2. Right? Second term is A plus D. So when we add A to D, you will get the second term. So what is minus 2 plus of minus 2? This is the second term. So this will be minus 2, plus or minus will be minus 2. So this will be minus 4. So second term is minus 4. So this is our first term, this is our second term, this is our third term, and this is our fourth term. Similarly, third term can be obtained by adding d to the second term value. Second term value we got -4, just add d to it, -2, you will get the third term. -4 and -2 is -6, right? Now similarly, obtain fourth term, add the common difference -2 to the third term. So this is -6 -2, that will be equal to -8. So our fourth term is -8, right? So these are the first four terms of an AP given A and D value. So our correct option is option C, that is -2, -4, -6 and -8. So again, be very careful here with the signs to get the correct answer. The next question is question number 15. In an AP, if D equal to -4, N equal to 7 and AN equal to 4, then what is the A value? So here, since they have given us the AN value, we will use the formula of AN. So AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So they have given us the AN value, which is equal to 4. A value we have to find out, plus N is 7 minus 1 into D is -4. So 4 equal to A plus 7 minus 1 is 6 into -4, or 4 is equal to A plus into minus is minus, 6 into 4 is 24. So sending this -24 to left hand side, we get 4 plus 24 is equal to A, or A is equal to 4 plus 24 is 28. So here our correction is option B, which is 28. Right, so you have to look in the question what they have given and what we have to find out, and accordingly you should use the formula to find out the answer. Coming to our next question, that is question number 16. If P, Q, R and S are in AP, then R minus Q is. Okay, so we have an AP with the terms P, Q, R and S, and they have given us R minus Q. So what is R minus Q? R minus Q is nothing but the common difference, right? Whenever we take the difference between any two given terms of an AP, that is the higher term minus the lower term, then that is nothing but our common difference D. So if you look at the options, we have S minus P. What is S minus P? Can this be the common difference now? No, right? So this is not the correct answer. If you come to option B, we have S minus Q. Again, S minus Q, can this be the common difference? No, it has to be between two terms, that is the preceding term and the succeeding term. If you come to option C, we have S minus R. So here S minus R gives you the common difference again. So the correct option is option C. When you come to option D, we have R minus P. So R minus P also does not give us the common difference. So our correct option is option C, which gives us the common difference, which is equal to R minus Q. So in this way, you have to solve this problem. Again, as I told you, read the question properly, understand the question and solve it accordingly. So whenever such kind of question comes, you know how to find out the result. Coming to question number 17, which term of an AP, this is the given AP, is 210, right? So here in this AP, the first term is A1, A2, A3 and A4. So we know that the 21 is our first term, 42 is our second term, 63 is our third term and 84 is our fourth term. Likewise, we have to find out which term is 210, right? So here they have given us AN value and we have to find out the value of N, right? So again, since they have given us the nth term value, we can use the nth term formula. So AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So here N value we have to find out. What is A? A is nothing but the first term of an AP. So here first term in our AP is 21. And what is D? D is nothing but the common difference between any two terms of an AP. So let us take A2 minus A1. So 42 minus 21 will be equal to 21, right? So now let us substitute in the equation or formula. So AN value is given as 210, right? So let's substituting 210 equal to A is 21 plus n we have to find out. So n minus 1 into D is 21. So 210 equal to 21 plus 21 into n is 21n. Then we have minus sign here. So minus 21 into 1 is 21. So you can see plus 21 and minus 21 will get cancelled. So we will have 210 is equal to 21n, or n is equal to 210 divided by 21. So 21 1 times, 21 10 times. So therefore we get n as equal to, so therefore 210 is nothing but the 10th term of an AP, right? So correct option is option B, which is the 10th term. Again, this is a direct question where we have to use the formula, substitute the values and find out the result. So 18th question is, if sum of three numbers in an AP is 9 and the product is 24, then the numbers are. So here again, if it was a 4 mark, 3 mark or a 5 mark question, we could have used the formulas and find out the result. But since it is a 1 mark question, let us use the shortcut method or trick by using the given options itself, right? So they are saying us that we have three numbers whose sum should be equal to 9, right? So let us take the first option. The numbers they have given us as 2, 4 and 6. So when you add these numbers, the sum should be equal to 9. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, which is not equal to 9. So this option is ruled out. Coming to second option, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 6 is 13. Again, this option is wrong. Coming to the third option, 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 plus 6 will be 14. So again, this option is wrong. Coming to the last option, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And again, when you take the product of these three numbers, that is 3 into 2 is 6, 6 into 4 is 24. So our correct option is option D, because 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9 and the product 2 into 3 into 4 is equal to 24, right? By using the option itself, you can find out the correct answer for the question. Now coming to our next question, the list of numbers is, so here we have to find out whether it is an AP, and also we have to find out the common difference D given the list of numbers, right? So we can find whether a list of number forms an AP or not by finding out the common difference between the terms. When the common difference between the term is same, then the list of numbers given forms an AP, right? So let us write down the list of numbers first. Minus 10, comma, minus 6, minus 2 and 2. This is our first term, A1, A2, A3 and A4. So let us find out the common difference between all these terms. So common difference D is equal to, taking first two terms, that is A2 minus A1. Always when you find out the common difference, we have to take the higher number minus the lower number. So we are taking A2 minus A1. Here A2 value is minus 6, minus of A1 is minus 10. So minus and minus will become plus 10, or D is equal to 4. Now let us check with the third and second term. Right, so D is equal to A3 minus A2. Our third term is minus 2, minus of second term is minus 6. So minus and minus will become plus 6, or D is equal to plus 4. Similarly, let us check with the fourth and third term again. So D is equal to A4 minus A3. So the fourth term is 2, minus of the third term is minus and minus will become plus 2. Or D value will be equal to 2 plus 2 is 4. So here you can notice that D value is same in all the three cases, right? So therefore the list of numbers forms an AP and the common difference D is equal to 4. So our correct option is option A, right? So this is how you find out whether a given list of number forms an AP or not. Now coming to the question number 20, the middle term of an AP, minus 11, minus 7, minus 3 up to 49 is. So again here I am going to show you a simple trick to find out the middle term of a given AP. So since this is an AP, the common difference between the terms will be same or equal, right? So let us first find out the common difference here. So D will be equal to a2 minus a1, here a2 is minus 7, minus of a1 is minus 11, so minus and minus will become plus 11, right? So d will be equal to, here we have to subtract the greater number sign, so 11 minus 7 is 4, or it will be plus 4. So now we know the common difference. Now let us write down the AP, the given AP as minus 11, minus 7, minus 3. So when you add common difference d to minus 3, we will get the next term. So minus 3 plus 4 will be plus 1. So 1 plus 4 will be 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 4 will be 17. And 17 plus 4 will be 21. Now you can observe that we got 17 and 21, which is the option C. So this is the correct answer. So looking at the option, you can find out the correct answer in this way. Okay, so first you have to just find out the common difference, and then you keep adding the common difference to the terms to obtain the middle term given in the options. So our next question is, the two APs have same common difference. The first term of the AP, the first term of one of the AP is minus 1 and that of the other AP is minus 8. Then difference between their fourth term. Okay, so read the question carefully and write down what is given in the question. So they have given us the two APs have same common difference. So let us consider the two APs as AP1 and AP2. So these two APs have same common difference, that is D. The first term of one of the AP is minus 1. So the first term of one of the AP A is equal to minus 1 and that of the other AP is minus 8. So of the second AP it will be, the first term is minus 8, right? Then the difference between the fourth term is, so we have to find out the fourth term A4 in both the APs and we have to find out their difference, right? Now how do we find out the fourth term? The fourth term can be found out by using the nth term formula, which is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So since we want the fourth term, let us substitute n equal to 4. So a4 is equal to a plus into 4 minus 1 is 3 into d, or it is a plus 3d. Right? So to find out the fourth term, we should know the a value and d value. From the given question, we know the a value, but we should know the d value as well. Since they are saying us the d is same for both the APs, let us assume the d value to be a minimum value. Let it be equal to 1. Okay, so now using this d value, we will find out the fourth term in both the cases. So in AP1, our fourth term will be a plus 3d. So a value here is minus 1 plus 3 into d is 1, right? So this will be minus 1 plus 3, or the fourth term will be equal to 2. Similarly, in the second AP, let us find out the fourth term by taking as a minus 8 and d as equal to 1. So minus 8 plus 3 into 1. So again this will be minus 8 plus 3, or the fourth term will be minus 5, right? Now we have to take the difference between their fourth term. So let us take the difference now between the fourth term. So it is minus 5 minus of 2. Okay, so this will be how much? Minus 7, right? So our correct option is option C, which is minus 7. So in these type of questions, you have to read the question very carefully, write down what is given and accordingly find out the result. So here I'm assuming the d value as equal to 1. You can assume the value to be any value because the common difference will be same in both the APs. The 22nd question is, in an AP, if a equal to 1, an equal to 20, Sn equal to 399, then n is. So we have to find out the value of n here. Okay, so since they have given us the Sn value, so let us write down the formula for sum or Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the formula of Sn, right? So if you look at the question, they have given us the value of a and Sn, but here have to find out the value of n, and also we don't know the value of d. So what do we do in this case? Again, in the question, if you observe, they have also given us the nth term. So nth term formula an is given by a plus n minus 1 into d. So if you observe here in this formula, 2a can be written as a plus a, right? So let us write down n divided by 2. I'm just writing 2a as a plus n minus 1 into d. So if you observe, a plus n minus 1 into d can be written as equal to an, right? So since they have given us the an value, we can substitute here and eliminate this d also. So since we don't know the d value, we are substituting a plus n minus 1 into d as an, right? So Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into a plus an. Right, so now we can substitute the values which is given in the question, where Sn is equal to 399 equal to n we have to find out into a value is 1 plus an is given as 20. So 399 is equal to n divided by 2 into 20 plus 1 will be 21. So send all the other terms to left hand side except n. 399 into, since this 2 is in the division form, when it comes to left hand side it will become in multiplication, divided by, again here 21 is in multiplication, when it comes to left hand side it becomes in division, equal to n. Now cancel 3 7 times, 3 1 times, 3 3 times, 3 3 times. So multiplying we get 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 3 is 6, 2 1 is 2 divided by 7. So 7 1 times, 7 3s are 21, carry 5, 7 8s are 56. So we get n value as equal to 38. So the correct option is option B. So whenever they have given you the a value, an and Sn value and ask you to find out this n value, so you have to use this formula. So try to make note of this formula. Now coming to our next question, that is question number 23. If the numbers n minus 2, 4n minus 1 and 5n plus 2 are in AP, then the value of n is. Again, this question can be solved by using the formulas, but since this is a 1 mark question, we can use here a trick by using the options given. Okay, so they have given us the numbers as n minus 2, 4n minus 1 and 5n plus 2. So we will use each option here and substitute the value, and we will find out whether the list of numbers forms an AP or not by finding out the common difference. So first let us take the first option as n is equal to 3. Okay, so here 3 minus 2 will be 1 and 4 into 3 is 12, 12 minus 1 will be 11. Again 5 into 3 will be 15, 15 plus 2 is 17. Now this is the list of numbers. Now let us find out the common difference. Okay, only when the common difference is same, then the list of numbers will form an AP. How do we find out the common difference D? By taking the difference of the two terms. So 11 minus 1 is 10 and 17 minus 11 is 6. So here you can notice that the common difference is not equal. Therefore, option A is not correct. Now let us come to second option. Let us take n as equal to 7 and substitute in this given numbers. So 7 minus 2 is 5. 4 into 7 is 28. 28 minus 1 is 27. Then 5 into 7 is 35. 35 plus 2 is 37. Now let us find out the common difference here. 27 minus 5 is 22 and 37 minus 27 is 10. So again you can notice that the common difference is not equal. So again option B is not correct. Now coming to our option C, let us take n value as equal to 1. So 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 4 into 1 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. And 5 into 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Now let us take the common difference. 3 minus of minus 1 will be 3 plus 1, which is 4. 7 minus 3 is also 4. So here the common difference is same. So therefore this forms an AP. This list of numbers forms an AP. Therefore we can say that the n value is equal to 1. Therefore our correct option will be option C. right? So this is the shortcut method. By using the options, you can find out the result or the value of n. Now coming to our 24th problem, sum of first 5 multiples of 3. So we have to find out sum of first 5 multiples of 3. So what are the first 5 multiples of 3? So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. So these are the first 5 multiples of 3. Now let us add to find out their sum. So 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 plus 12 is 8 plus 2 is 10, carry 1, 30, then 30 plus 15 will be 45. So the correct option is option C. So no need to use the SN formula and find out the result. This is a direct method where easily you can find out the sum of first 5 multiples of 3. So our last question is question number 25. If the common difference of an AP is 5, so they are saying us the common difference D is equal to 5. What is A18 minus A13? Right? So we have to find out A18 minus A13. So how can you write the A18th term first of all? Let us use the nth term formula again, which is given by A plus n minus 1 into D. So if we substitute n is equal to 18, we will get the 18th term here. Right, so A18 is equal to A plus 18 minus 1 is 17D. Similarly, we can find out the 13th term. A13 is equal to A plus 13 minus 1 will be 12D. Right, now we have to subtract them. So what is A18 value? It is A plus 17D minus of A13, that is A plus 12D. Right, so open the brackets. A plus 17D minus A, so plus and minus will become minus 12D. So cancel plus A and minus A, so 17D minus 12D will be how much? It will be 5D. Now we know the value of D, substitute here. 5 into 5 is equal to 25. So A18 minus A13 will be equal to 25. So the correct option is option B. Again, this is a direct method where you will use the formula and find out the result. So I have solved 25 multiple questions related to this chapter 1 arithmetic progression. So if you have any further doubts, you can comment me below in the comment section. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. And in my upcoming videos, I will solve more such MCQs for you guys. Thank you.